Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I was just filming another video. I'm kind of like laying / sitting on my bed, and I just kind of like wanted to talk about life right now with COVID and all of that. I'm gonna sit up because like I am not gonna like sort of lay down and sort of not. This is how I'm gonna be for the whole video, and if the lighting sucks, I'm sorry, but that's just how it's gonna be. So basically, I want to talk about like going to school in COVID and what my school is doing right now for COVID, and basically how they've changed things. So I'm going to try and make it short because I could literally talk about this forever. But yeah, if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Steven. It's spelled like Stefan. I'm going to embrace that. So yeah, call me Stefan, call me whatever you want, because like I can't see you, you can't see me, we can't talk in person. So yeah, call me whatever you want. Basically, I have been going to the same school district my whole life. Everything has been basically the same my whole life since I've been going to that district. And since COVID, of course, a lot has changed. We've had online classes. Basically the whole like end of the school year last year when it hit, we had online classes, and that was totally fine. Like we did them, you know, that was okay. It wasn't my favorite. I didn't really like online school. It was like meh, whatever. So this school year, like before the school year started, we had this little like survey go out to students and parents. They basically asked stuff about like, hey, you know, how would you feel comfortable going back to school? You know, they had different plans, like different like vague plans. They were like, oh, which one would you like better? And we basically like voted on the plan that we liked better and that sort of thing. So, you know, I was thinking like, oh, it feels like they're gonna handle it pretty well. And when they sent out their final like plan of what they were gonna do, I thought like, wow, this is really well thought out. Like, it was still kind of vague, and I was like, okay, maybe they're not gonna do everything that they're saying in here. It seems kind of fishy, like it's pretty vague. But I was like, hey, at least they have a plan. This sounds good. Like, I feel good about going back to school. And as the school year started to creep up, like it was towards the end of August, it was like a week before school started, I was thinking like, I don't think they're gonna do everything that they're saying they're gonna do in this plan. And that is exactly right. So I sort of like played it off as like, oh no, they're not lying to us, like it's fine, like they just like, they can't do everything to keep us safe, right? But honestly, I don't take lying lightly, and like, even though I know we all do it and we've all been caught doing it, it's not right for the school district to lie to us about the safety precautions that have been taken into consideration. And they basically, school is literally the same for me, except for the fact that in the mornings we used to be able to just get to school and you know, talk to friends in the hallways in the library. No, none of that anymore. You just go to your first block class. That's different. They sort of try to social distance us. Now that's a weird topic. So like, social distancing in the hallways, that doesn't exist. Like, they literally don't give a crap. Like, we'll be walking through the hallways and we're really close to each other. The school district doesn't give a shit. Like, literally, like, no one cares. But then in the classroom, like, the desks aren't even like, in some classrooms they're like actually 6 feet apart. In others, we're literally like a 1.5 feet apart. Like, there's no difference. They literally just took the desks and just moved them apart a little. Like, there isn't enough space for social distancing, which is exactly why I didn't think going back to school in person was really safe from the beginning. Like, my gut feeling was like, no, this isn't going to be okay. Like, I know the school district is probably not going to be able to do all this stuff, so, you know, we're not going to be that safe. And unfortunately, I was right. And like, they don't social distance into the classroom. Like, we still kind of share supplies and stuff. It's not that safe. It's not that, I mean, maybe it's safe. I'm not going to say safe. They aren't taking the precautions they said they would. They said they would social distance the desk 6 feet. They said that there would be social distancing in the hallways. That's just not it. And like, you might be saying like, well, Steven, you should just at least try to stay 6 feet from people in the hallways if everyone else isn't. But how in the world am I supposed to do that if literally every other person is just, on top of each other. They're all on top of each other. It's literally last school year all over again, except with a deadly virus. And we are wearing masks, but I'll get into that later. But like, we're wearing masks, but the whole concept, like, people, I think they understand it, but they don't care enough to really, really crank down and like make everyone follow the rules like they should. So like, for example, we will be like in the classroom and some like kid will like pull their mask down and like the teacher won't say anything, and they'll get near, like really close to other people, other students, and it's like, no, like inside I'm like screaming like, stop, like that's not good. And then like they don't do anything, and it's just like, what? I'm sorry, but like, yes, it's not the big of a deal. Oh, they got close to someone, but like nowadays that's a big deal. Like, we are dealing with a virus that we do not want spreading around. Like, I don't know, it's annoying to me. And they also, like, in the lunch line when we're waiting to like get our food, basically like we're like standing in line, and there's 2 lines for lunch. There's one on the left, one on the right. So they're both parallel to each other. So we're in the lunch line, and there's stickers on the floor that are like, that tell you like where to stand, like in every place now. And basically those stickers, no one gives a crap about the stickers. No one stands on the stickers. And like the different like principals and like teachers' aides and people will be like standing next to these lines and say like, oh, you need to move back. But keep in mind, if we are standing 6 feet from the person in front of us in line, there are still people literally a foot or 2 away from us to the left. If you're in the right line, do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is one line, this is another line. If you're in the right line, there's another line like 2 feet from that other line. You know what I mean? Like, the lines, the 2 lunch lines are 2 feet apart, and yet they're telling us to stand 6 feet apart, like in line. Like, it's basically stand 6 feet from the person in front of you. But that doesn't do any good if the other line is right next to yours. And they're like, it's just so stupid. Like, they're doing it for show, but it's not actually doing shit. Like, it just makes me so mad. The school district's like doing this to cover their ass so that they don't get in trouble. And I just think it's so stupid, because like, they're really not preventing cases at all. Because there's just so many things that they're doing wrong that are just awful. Like, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Like, they should either do it or not, like, do it right, or don't have us come back in person. And you might say, like, oh, well, they probably gave you the option to come back in person. Yeah, but even if they're offering the option to do online or in person, the in-person option should still be safe for people. It should not be, oh, well, you could come in person, but you're going to risk your life and your loved ones' lives. No, it should be, you're going to be safe either way, because at school, they always tell you that their number 1 job is to keep you safe, and their number 2 job is to teach you. Where is that whole mentality now? Like, I'm serious. Where is that now? Seriously, if any of my teachers or anybody who works at a school is watching this, where is that mentality now? Because I know for a fact most public schools are doing exactly what my school is doing. And it's ridiculous, because they don't care about students' lives or people in general. They are just doing this to cover their asses so they don't get sued by anybody. And that's it. They don't give a real crap about anyone. And it's sickening. It's ridiculous. It just makes me so mad. I could rant on and on and on about this, and I probably will. So, another thing, when we are in our classrooms, I talked about that, at lunch. So, they have these new, like, I don't know where they got them from, like, really long and skinny tables, and there's no one in between. It's just you on the one end of the table and another person on the other end of the table. Now, that part, yes, that's social distance. Like, that is way more than 6 feet. You're fine. We are allowed to, take off our masks and eat. But keep in mind, this is just like the lunch line situation. The other tables are literally less than 6 feet, like, probably 4 or 5 feet. Now, I know, 1 foot difference from 6 feet, yes, that sounds ridiculous, like, why are you so worried, it's 1 foot, but that still makes a difference. There's a reason that the rule is 6 foot, like, that's there for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, they tell you 6 feet for a reason. Not like, oh, you can do, like, give or take a foot or two. Like, no, it's supposed to be 6 feet. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to be safe. And I don't feel safe. It just doesn't feel right. Like, I'm being put in danger by people who don't give a crap about school and, like, safety of the students or their families. And it sucks. Honestly. It does, because I thought the school district was better than that. I thought I was in a really good school district, and I still am. I think it's a good school, but it's just, like, even the best schools can make mistakes like this, and it's just really sad. Like, I hope there are other public schools doing it better. It's just like, why, you know? And, like, the school buses, oh my god. I used to not ride the bus at all, like, this school year. Since this whole corona thing, I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna walk every single day. And one day, I decided to ride the bus, and I walked to school in the morning, but then that one day that I decided to ride the bus, I got on the afternoon bus. You know what I mean? To leave the school to come to my house. Now, my house is close enough that I can walk to and from school just fine, and, you know, it's a comfortable amount of walking. It's not too much, not too little. And basically, like, that's why I was like, okay, since I can walk, I'm gonna walk, because I don't want to get the coronavirus just from, you know, being on the bus, because the bus is nasty. It's always been nasty, and I feel like if I walked before coronavirus, I would have gotten way less colds, because the bus is just so gross. Yeah. So, basically, I get on the bus. First of all, the bus driver was not wearing a mask. Like, red flag. If the bus driver isn't, they're not setting a good example for all of the children on the bus. And then I get to my seat, and, you know, I'm sitting down, and I had my mask on, of course, the right way above the nose, and the bus driver says, oh, hey, Steven, like, she remembered me from last year. It's the same bus driver. She was nice and all, but, like, lady, put on your mask. So I asked her, I said, I was gonna ask her, actually, like, to put on her mask, and then she then told me, oh, like, you can pull it down below your nose. She literally said this to me. She said, Steven, you can pull your mask down below your nose, because, like, she said, you're fine. She said, if you sneeze, just make sure you sneeze into the mask. And, like, bitch, what? Like, that's not how it works. It's the fact that you can breathe it out, and, like, it goes into the air, and, like, can literally just reach someone from you breathing. That's why you wear the damn mask. Like, sneezing isn't the whole reason you wear a mask. Maybe that helps, but that is not the whole reason that you wear a mask. Like, bitch, do you not understand the news? Literally, they've been talking about this. You've been locked in your damn house for the past, like, 7-8 months, and you haven't, like, watched the news enough to, like, or not even watch the news, but, like, heard about this enough to know the facts about, like, wearing a mask. Like, it blows my mind that people spent, like, 7 months locked in their damn houses and they didn't learn a thing about this virus. And they're so stupid. Like, that bus driver, don't get me wrong, she's the nicest woman ever. But, like, seriously? I just don't get it. I didn't say anything because I'm not someone that wants to, like, you know, burn bridges and, like, you know, I don't know. I don't like being rude or coming off that way towards people that I might need in the future. So, you know, I might need to take the bus. And, like, if I am running late in the future and I gotta take the bus and I'm, like, running up to the bus, if I piss her off one time, she could easily just shut them bus doors and drive away when I'm running after the bus. So, like, you know what? I'm not gonna piss her off. Like, I need this bus driver. So I don't piss her off. Yay. First time I ever controlled myself and didn't piss someone off because I thought, you know what, don't burn bridges. So, yeah, basically that happened, and I was kind of disappointed. I was like, wow. And there were other kids, too, of course, not wearing their masks properly, and the bus driver thought it was okay. So, yeah, that's another thing. I don't like the entire thing. I just want... I want this virus to end. I want the pandemic to end so that there's less to be mad about with public school. Like, before, there was enough stuff to be pissed off about. Now I'm just like, oh, I'm done with this. Like, I'm done with this. It's something else. I'm done with this. But, yeah, that's basically what I think so far. of school during the pandemic, it's just like, I'm done. Like, it sucks. Let's go back to normal or not go to school. Yeah, just let me know what you think of that whole fiasco in the comments below. And if you're going to school right now, tell me, school, college, whatever. Tell me how your school's been handling it, and what you think of it, and what you think they could do better. Because I feel like this is a good conversation to have, since so many schools are deciding to go back in person, starting in like November or in January, February. We're right around that time where schools that have been online for so long are starting to go back. And if you're, like my school, you've already been back in school since the beginning of this school year. So yeah, just let me know what you think. If you liked this video, please give it a like. That just lets the algorithm know that this is a good video, and it shows it to more people. That's very helpful for me. And also, subscribe and press the little notification bell if you want to see more videos from me. Yeah, I'm normally not this pissed off, and I make tech videos and sometimes reaction videos. So yeah, if you like that sort of thing, then subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.